Hey there, this is the Heir of Carthage bringing you a noob's perspective on Medieval 2 Total War. Here's my Holy Roman Holy Roman Empire. Its army is marching forward. Up front I've got 2 units of handgunners, which are already under fire. And in the second line, I can't remember exactly how many units of them I have. I think 6 or 7 units of these dismounted Imperial Knights, which are heavy mace-armed infantry. And then I have 2 units of these Taviz crossbowmen, or however you say that. And then I've got 4 units of Teutonic Knights, which are heavy cavalry. I don't know anything about armies in this game, or what kind of units are good. I know that the skins look pretty cool, and I know that I'm completely uninterested in the medieval time period. So I don't know anything of the history, and probably won't ever learn. Yeah, my handgunners are getting wasted by these Russian troops. My rules was only 4 missile units, including missile cav. My opponent totally broke that rule, but just decided to fight anyway. Looks like he has about 6 units of peasants up front, for whatever reason. I guess just a meat shield. And then behind him he has, looks like 8 altogether. No, make it 7. 7 units altogether, these dismounted Devor, or however you say that. And they are these armored crossbowmen type guys here. Or sorry, bowmen. And they are absolutely ripping handgunners and other units to shreds at the moment. And he has a general's bodyguard. And over here on the right hand side, he had 4 units of these heavy cavalry called Druzhina, I guess is the best way I can pronounce it. And here's my Teutonic Knights clashing with them. One thing I hate when I played this game online was that it runs really slow online. It's really annoying, and I know it's not my computer because my computer and internet connection is plenty good to take care of this game, I'm sure. Anyway, there's my Teutonic Knights duking it out with these Druzhina, or however you say that. And I had 2 units for his 1 on my far left, and so I'm going to make a breakthrough soon. Let's go take a look at the infantry fight, which is not going well for me at the moment. I've easily routed his peasants, but I mean, look at these guys. A pitchfork against a guy with a shield, armor, and a mace. It's not much of a fight. So, check out this guy getting wasted here. Anyway, these peasants are gonna die, and so then, as quickly as I can, I'm moving my my dismounted Imperial Knights to take on his dismounted Devor. And this is because their arrows are just too dangerous. But it looks like they have axes, and I don't know if this game is anything like Rome Total War, but I'm assuming that their axes and my maces make our men particularly effective against armor. So this is going to be a pretty rough fight here. I'm kind of thinking my troops are a little bit better than his, because even after being showered with missiles and breaking through a line of peasants, my men are doing pretty well. So you can see that I routed the enemy cavalry, all except for his general's bodyguard unit, which is still in the back. And here he's sending in his peasants to waste the energy and time of my Teutonic Knights, and that's probably a good idea. Alright, so at this point, both my enemy and myself have lost half of our army. He had quite a few more men than me, not a whole big ton, but quite a few. But like I said, he brought way more missile units than he was supposed to. Another thing I noticed about this game is you actually get blood effects, which is kind of different. So here's my Teutonic Knights taking on the Russian general bodyguard. This is a lot tougher fight because they have 2 hit points. Let's go back in and get you some views of this infantry fight again. Here's my dismounted Knights taking on those Devor, and my guys are doing pretty good. Here's the bloody stack of corpses. You know, I like this game okay. The time period, to me, is completely uninteresting, and I'm sure to some people it is. And it's almost like, I guess for me, this game was a waste, and they really should have just made Rome 2, because Rome would look pretty cool with all of these graphics. It's some improved gameplay features. But hey, some people like the medieval time period, so I guess they get what they want. And I'm sure that Rome 2 will eventually come. And if you're wondering why I got Medieval 2, there goes the enemy general. if you're wondering why I got Medieval 2 Total War, I didn't really want to buy it, but I was going to buy Napoleon Total War on pre-order through Steam, and so they had this nice little deal going that if I pre-ordered the Imperial edition, they would give me a free copy of Medieval 2 Total War. And being a Total War fan, I thought that it was good to have. Jeez, look at this bloody mess over here. Anyway, now my cavalry is assisting my infantry and knocking out the rest of these Russian troops, but my men are heavily depleted, and although I think my men are statistically superior to the enemy, they were chopped up by arrows and peasants on the way in, and so he has a whole lot more men left, and my men are getting tired and depleted. So I've got my knights in here, and like I said, I don't know anything about this game. I don't know how good these cavalry are in melee. I mean, to me, they kind of look like cataphracts, you know, slinging those maces around and stuff. So I left them in melee. That may or may not be a good idea. And then, in order to try and tip the tide in my favor, my surviving handgunners are out here pouring in fire to the rear of the Russians. And soon I'm going to move them up a little closer to the fight to improve their accuracy and effectiveness. So that should help take care of that. But yeah, this fight is extremely close. I can't tell who's going to win. It's very close, very bloody. We both lost nearly all of our army. And my opponent is surrounded, and I'm pouring missiles onto his troops in order to try and demoralize them, and that is kind of helping to tilt the favor of the battle to me, but I'm losing men fast. So if I don't win this pretty quickly, then that's going to be all she wrote for my army. Check out this dude, he's like all covered in blood. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, this fight is very nearly over, and thank goodness for me, these Devors started routing. Once again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, and I don't guess I really care a whole lot. Just finished off the last of them there. But look at the remains of my once numerous army. It is down to maybe a dozen men. So, thank goodness I brought these Teutonic Knights, because I'd have to say that they definitely won the day for me. So here's the battle results. I'd like to say thanks to my opponent, Lorian911. This is my first Medieval 2 Total War battle ever. And to be honest, I'm surprised I won. But as you can see, it was a Pyrrhic victory. And if you're not familiar with that, you should look that up. In any case, I had 1,042 kills. My opponent had 962 kills. You can see he deployed about 300 more men than me. And he kind of broke my rules about the missiles, but oh well, everything turned out okay for me in the end. So I didn't complain. Hope you enjoyed my noobish overview of Medieval 2 Total War. And I wouldn't say that it's likely I'm going to make a whole lot of videos on this, so sorry.